Frank, you're on WABC.
Good afternoon, Bob. I wanted to talk to you today about the article in the Daily News on Mike Tyson possibly making a deal to get out of jail early.
Yes.
I can see that we clearly need...
Hello? Hello? What was that? Okay.
The best of Bob Grant.
Joanne from Queens. Bob Grant saying hello to you.
Hello, Bob.
Yes.
I called to speak about one thing, and here I find myself listening to Mr. Reinhardt speak about this Mr. Morris, whoever killed Alan Winston.
Yeah, what's on your mind?
It seems to me that the only way that we are safe, actually, is to incarcerate all of us who are still sane and take all the prisoners and let them all outside with the judges and these lawyers who are behind them, and leave them out here. Let them all kill themselves, and we'll be in prison. I think that will stop the whole thing. I am sick of what's going on.
On WABC, I don't know what what did I do that I attract such people? It must be me. You know, it's too bad they don't have some, like a psychiatrist who deals only with talk show hosts. Maybe this person could analyze me, could help me to stop doing what I do to attract such sickolas, or I don't know. Well, on WABC, we're forging ahead here. I will say this about Newsday, and very rarely do I approve of their editorials. A couple of days ago, they did a brilliant editorial on the Sfachim, because the Sfachim hung Peter Sagal out to dry. The Sfachim gave in to the Long Island Railroad Union, those thugs over there. And the Sfachim did that because he didn't want any labor problems during an election year. The New York Times, of course, kissed the Sfachim's tush because the New York Times has the same mindset, give in to thugs whenever and wherever they show their head. But Newsday really told it like it is. I was very amazed that they criticized the Sfachim. We really should count our blessings, though, in the Empire State. 49 states of the Union have governors. Only the state of New York has a Sfachim. Hello, Dave. What's on your mind? Dave?
Bob?
Yes, sir?
I've been waiting for almost an hour. I hope I'll be able to get a home equity loan from Glorio to pay for this phone call. The reason I called, I listen to the show. Me and my wife listen to the show every day. We listen in the car. We listen in the house. Why do we have to talk about Jesse Jackson, Reverend Sharp? We
don't have to talk about it.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't we just forget about them? Why don't you just not put them on the radio? Not talk about Cuomo, not talk about Clinton, not talk about these crazy people, like Sharp and the rest of those people, and let's, just talk about other things. The more times you keep on repeating their names, the people know about them. And that, it just seems that you don't need to talk about it because they're a bunch of jerks.
I really don't believe what I'm hearing. I mean, let me tell you something, Dave. I don't like to turn away listeners. That's not what this business is all about. Quite the contrary. This business is about attracting listeners and keeping listeners.
Yeah, but
I got to tell you the truth, Dave. I got to tell you the truth. You're one of the dumbest people to ever call me.
Thank you.
Yeah, you really are. You really are dumb. And with that, he hung up. I mean, I don't believe that guy. I don't believe him. Well, don't talk about him. Don't talk about him. I'm listening every day, but don't talk about him. Hey, Manali, how about it? Forget about the fact I signed a new contract. Will you let me go? Please, John. Really, this is so stupid, day in, day out. The march of the Gabons. There's John right now. There he is. He says, no. What is he? Oh, he says, no, sorry. You signed that contract. You have to come in. Okay. I'll come in. But, I mean, you talk, that guy Dave from Rock Hill. And he says, hey, I've been waiting for over an hour. When did I get the bill? I don't know. I don't know. Tom, you're on WABC. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, Tom.
Yes.
Tom, what do you want to say, Tom? Tom.
Come on, Bob.
Don't you ever get tired of calling this program with your dumb manner of speaking?
It's a new page in our history. We're the best of pals now.
Who, you and me?
Yeah.
That'll never be the day, Tom.
The Abbott and Costello. Now it's
That'll
Tom
never
and
be
Bob.
the day, Tom. I don't hang around with guys that have your habits.
Anyway, listen, Bob. I'd just like to say this. That stop being so gloomy on life. Be happy.
Oh, really?
Smile.
Smile.
The only scene that bad. Smile,
though your heart is breaking. He's a bore.
The best of Bob Grant.
What's on your mind, sir?
Bob, there's something else I noticed on television. There's an awful lot of this jungle music constantly on every program, on these commercials, especially the Coca-Cola. You hear these screeching monkeys. Really, what in the hell can we do about this?
Well, advertising goes in cycles. It goes in, it's a trendy business. And I guess that sound is in now.
It's not really in. The people who run the stations, they're trying to make it in.
Well, no, I'm talking. You're talking about commercials. So the people who run the stations have nothing to do with the commercials.
Did they have nothing to do with the commercials?
Not the production of the commercials. No.
Okay, let's talk about the ones that produce the commercials. They're the ones.
Yeah.
They're putting all this garbage on TV. Some of these...
well, that's why you're listening to the radio, because you don't want the garbage on TV.
I don't watch the radio since you've been on, Bob.
You don't watch the television
I don't watch
since
the TV, since you've been on.
Well, nobody does. As a matter of fact, television stations are closing down all over the area.
I just want to say that the people should not buy the products of these stations when they put these commercials on. Just don't buy them. I've had enough of this nonsense. I feel like I'm taking part in a Tarzan movie. It's ridiculous. We're supposed to be in a sophisticated society, and to listen to this music and to listen to these screaming gorillas. They screech. They sound like monkeys.
Well, I don't know what...
We should not have to put up with this garbage.
I don't know what commercial you're talking about. I'm not even going to ask you to identify it.
Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is one of them.
I haven't noticed. Well, I really haven't noticed.
Notice it next time. Good night, Robert.
On WABC, Bob Grant, and let's say hello to Shawnette. Hello, Shawnette.
Hello?
Yes, Shawnette.
Hi, I had a story about it had to do with President Clinton.
Yeah, what would you like to say, Shawnette?
Okay. Did you know that President Clinton wiped his tears and moved all night from Grievous Sun to International Deer Cut and the Paradox of Free World?
Would you do me a favor, dear? Would you, the next time you call, if we should be so unfortunate that there is a next time, would you please have a translator with you? You're on WABC. Hello.
Academic terrorism, Bob Grant. Today in our schools, no one is safe from the academic terrorism. In an article last Thursday in the New York Times op-ed page, Saul Bellow, a Nobel Prize winner for literature, wrote how he has become under harassment, under fire, because he dared to have alleged to have made a statement that you cannot compare the culture of people like the Zulus with our great and magnificent Western culture until they have produced a Tolstoy. Nowhere in the third world has he found the comparison. And for that alleged remark, a Nobel Prize winner has come under fire from the academic terrorists harassing and haranguing that man. Bob, we've seen this chilling scene replayed before during the 20th century. We saw it in Germany in the 1930s when the brown shirts of the late dictator Adolf Hitler took over the campuses, when Joseph Stalin's Bolsheviks took over, when the legions of Mao Zedong's Red Guards ran amok in China. Each time, each philosophy was used to bring in line academic thinking, and it stifled learning and true inquiry from the first to the very graduate level. Each one turned knowledge and learning to fit a political philosophy. And today, the legions of the politically correct terrorists are out in force on our campuses. When they can terrorize a Nobel Prize winner because they don't like what he said, and no one does anything, they stand by, we are in tremendous trouble. But you know, Bob, this problem goes back way before this happened to Saul Bellow. Whatever happened? Why was it in the 1970s when a genius, another Nobel Prize winner, like Dr. Shockley, was not allowed to speak on our campuses? Where are those individuals, those indignant individuals who didn't allow Dr. Shockley to speak? How come we don't see them out on our campuses doing the same thing to stop a gutter rat like Khalid Muhammad? They were out in force for Dr. Shockley, a Nobel Prize winner, a man with facts, with figures, with statistics to back up what he said. Yet they allow a gutter rat, a confirmed felon and thug named Khalil Muhammad, to speak on our campuses. And what do they say? It's his First Amendment right. No, they believe selectively in the First Amendment when it comes to speaking out. And an example, Bob, was on the Gil Noble show last Saturday. They had and this is a joke to call him this, Dr. Tony Martin of Wellesley College, who is using the Nation of Islam book, Jews and Blacks, The Secret Relationship, to teach in his course. Now, he has come under fire, under investigation for this. He is being monitored because he is using a piece of racist garbage like this to teach. And in the interview, he never once talked about the validity of this book. Instead, it was that he's this poor victim because he wants to pick the book to use. You know, Bob, it's a book with no author, no sources, no notes, no index, to show you how far we've slipped into a cesspool. Could you imagine when you, Bob Grant, were going to college and you would turn in a history paper and you wouldn't have any authors listed, no notes, no sources? What grade would you have received? How long would it have been till you would have been bounced out on your head out of college? And yet today, to satisfy, to placate the legions of politically correct and the hate mongers, they allow a piece of garbage like this to be used in our schools. Bob, we've seen it. We've said for years it couldn't happen here. Look around you. It's happened here. Thank you.
Little do you realize how right Frank is. Little do you realize what he has just said. But what he has said is absolutely true, every bit of it.
Tony, you're on WABC. Hello.
Mr. Grant, I want to say the Cubans have guaranteed jobs, education. I don't think they're being deprived of any rights, and Clinton is right for not reason to give them asylum in America. They have health care. They have a progressive country. And we have all the unemployment. Who's the ones that are right? The only thing they're deprived of is caviar. I don't think that equates a human right. And God said to share with the needy. They have a communal system down there. And
Tony, I hope you get well someday because you're really a sick cookie, a really sick cookie. And if you really think it's so great, you can go to Havana. I'll make arrangements. As a matter of fact, I do happen to have a one-way ticket. That guy Tony calls once a week. He's a real AAA Capone, and I think what happened was he smoked too much crack, or whatever it is. His brain is really, he has what is called a wet brain. You ever hear that expression? Tony has a wet brain. Let's all say it together. Ready? Tony has a wet brain. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Tony has a wet brain. Okay. Hey, Tony, please get a life and stop calling this program, will you?
Catherine, what's on your mind?
Hello, Mr. Grant. A few months ago, I was highly insulted because the Japanese accused us of being illiterates. Well, right now, I think the shoe fits. I think we are a bunch of illiterates, making these terrorists get away with what they're doing. If our leaders aren't going to retaliate, I think we should retaliate, like the gentleman called and said we should bear arms. It's about time we start.
What is on to be bear arms? What are we going to do? Okay, I'll give you a gun. What are you going to do with it?
What am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
Like they did in the cowboy days.
No, come on. Okay, talk about bearing arms. What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, Mr.
Come on, I got to get out of here. Surrounded by idiots on all sides. All sides.
Hello?
Yes, hello, Jim.
Hi, Bob. I wanted to say about these environmentalists who are like in Jamaica Bay. They're complaining about the Port Authority who are now shooting all the laughing gulls. I mean, these people are against progress. I mean, what's the matter with these people? Don't they know that we need more air cargo terminals at the JFK Airport? We need more. We don't need these birds singing in the morning. We need the.
Yeah, you're right, Jim. You're right. Sounded like he was going to break into song any minute there, and a little tap dance. Jarrett from Marlboro. Hello.
Hey, Bob. How's it going?
What's on your mind, sir?
I'm a young conservative, and I really agree with most of what you say. But you said something today that really got me going. I think you're dead wrong. You preach vigilantism today, and that is a schmuck who will do that. You cannot sit there and tell me people could take the laws into their own hand. I am a conservative. I also believe in the Constitution, and I don't believe in people going out and just killing other people. You know, you call your viewers schmucks, but you should look at yourself. Howard Stern for governor.
Well, that was the only reason this guy called was because he's a little stooge for a sick guy who's taking advantage of the fact that it's a sick society, and it really doesn't make any difference. Yeah. Now, it's over, folks. It's over. It's absolutely over. Here's Rich from New Haven. Yes, hello, Rich.
Hello, Bob. I want to talk about the media is just...
Don't run away, folks. Don't run away. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
But
ladies and
Tanya
gentlemen,
Harding,
the night of the zombies. This is a zombie, ladies and gentlemen. This is the only program that, in addition to attracting regular people, attracts zombies. Here he is, Lon Chaney Jr. Go ahead, Mr. Chaney.
everybody can tell you everything, every detail of Tanya Harding. But if you ask him, where is Bosnia?
He's speaking tongues, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very religious man speaking tongues. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Reverend. We are waiting. We are waiting an utterance. Are you there? Rich. No, Rich decided that it was time to get back to wherever he had come from. Ramon, you're on WABC. Are you there, Ramon?
Hello.
Ramon, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, first I'd like to comment the fact that I think you're very smart, you're very intelligent, you're very straightforward in speaking to people listening in your radio. I do find you very attractive, by the way. Let me ask you a question. Do you think you're going to be available tonight? Hello?
You know you have a problem, Ramon.
What, Bobby?
Okay. Ron Ridgewood, hello.
Hello, Bob. In the Monday Record, there's a story about PSG Electronic Company. They give so much money for millions of dollars for donations. And then they turn around and they charge the ratepayers. That's how arrogant the big companies are, just like the Republicans. They give you $5 tax cut and they charge you thousands for raising the health insurance, the rents, the mortgages, and the banks.
You have a mortgage?
Yes.
Do you really?
Yes.
You don't seem too sure about it. Now all of a sudden your mortgage went up?
That's the way the Republicans operate.
Oh, cut it out. Go back to where you came from and take the garbage out of your mouth. What is it with these guys? Somebody pour cement down their throat before they call? I really have to get out of here. Would you please? Where did Manelli go? Where did he go? He's not here now? He left. He knows I can't stand it anymore, and he's afraid that I'll... Well, he refuses to accept my letter of resignation? All right, maybe I'll feel better tomorrow, but really, I can't... You know, the stupidity, the dumbness. The dumbness. Sheer dumbness.
Bob Grant, Talk Radio 77, WABC.
All right, here's Glendon on the line from Brooklyn. Yes, hello, Glendon.
Hi, this is Glendon from Brooklyn. I want to comment on some points made by a caller you had about 45 minutes ago. Basically, he insinuated that blacks react negatively to the police, quite unlike the other ethnic groups, you know. I want to tell you something, you know. We have a legitimate problem, you know, with the white police, you know, quite unlike the other ethnic groups. You are part of the problem they have in this country right now, you know.
Why did you come here if it's so terrible, Glendon?
Why did you come here, idiot?
I was born here, you schmuck, and I love this country, you schmuck. That's the difference between you and me. I love this country. I'm a proud American. What island did you crawl off of, you louse? Get off my phone. You don't deserve to be heard. I have to laugh at these guys. They hate you white police. We have trouble with the white police. Blah, 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 blah. You jerk.
John, you're on WABC. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Bob?
What's on your mind, John?
I'm a skinhead, all right, and I want to say that I think I got a right to have a love for my white race. You understand? Because this guy on Curtis Sliwa was saying that we got no right to speak, and I don't agree with that. And he's trying to force us out of our own homes.
Who's trying to force you out of your own home?
This guy. He's getting his organizations together, you know, trying to get us out of our homes now. They're evicting people because of what they think, you know.
Well, how can they do that?
I don't know, but it's sick. It's sick.
Well, you're right. It's sick. Okay, thank you.
You know what? You're sick too, you dumb racist bastard. You know what I'm saying?
Well, why all of a sudden the quick switch? What's the point here?
Because you're a racist.
I see. And what are you? What are you? If you're a skinhead, what are you?
Now, you make us look bad, you see, because we love the right race. And you don't like black people.
I don't understand this guy, but he's, you know, you got to remember. You got to remember. Don't lose heart, folks. This program, and I guess most programs with this format, attract sick people. A lot of sick people. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the program. It just means there are a lot of sick people out there. And they tune in the radio and they hear people calling and they say, I could call too. I'm going to call. I'm going to show Bob how sick I am. Rocco checking in on the line from somewhere in the wilds of New Jersey. Yes, Rocco.
Yes, Mr. Grant, I would like to verse my opinion about this religious fanatic.
Yes.
That our government spent over $60 million to go out and do the wrong things. He was a fanatic and nut, and we know that. And he was abusing the laws and whatever have you. When the order went out to capture him, you don't go with the drums on and make so much noise that you're going to get him. Certainly he's going to fight back. But they could catch him when he was coming out the compound and eat in the restaurant every morning's breakfast. That's how an investigation should went on when this guy...
Were you there, Rocco? Were you there? I take it you were there. You must have just arrived in these parts from Waco. What plane did you come in on?
I don't come in no plane.
Oh, I thought you were there. The way you were talking, I thought you were there, Rocco.
No. Hold on. Don't misquoting me or judge me because I'm not a lunatic or fanatic.
No one said you were. What are you, self-conscious?
No, I am. No, I'm not.
You make me laugh. They could have got him while he was eating breakfast. Why not wait till he's going to the toilet?
Well, whatever. I still think that the federal government should... It has so much a problem to catch a little pipsqueak. I don't understand why they have
he
so
was
much
a pipsqueak with all that firepower, 50 caliber machine guns. That's a pipsqueak.
This man never came out of his compound.
Yeah.
Never came out, Mr. Grant. He was always in there.
He didn't come out of the compound. Koresh didn't come out of the compound.
Never did.
No, where'd you get the idea that he came out of the compound, huh?
Well, I was told by people. No, that he
Rocco, I'm going to save everybody a lot of anguish. I'm going to tell you very simply, he never came out of the compound. Thank you for the call, Rocco. This portion brought to you now by AT&T Business Communications. Jeff, you're on WABC. Hello.
Hey, Bob, how are you? One quick question I wanted to ask your opinion on, rather. Since you could say, like, 1988 has been the year of mergers and acquisitions, or maybe the 1980s in general under Reagan. Do you foresee it being the same way under the Bush administration in terms of the laissez-faire attitude toward this subject?
No, I think we're going to see fewer mergers, fewer leverage buyouts for two basic reasons. I think that the ardor has cooled. I think we reached a peak in the frenzy for Nabisco, and I think just quite naturally it will die down. Number two, I think if it doesn't die down, Congress may have some remedies to curtail the leverage buyouts if they think it's in the best interest to do that. Not everybody thinks it's a bad thing. There are many people who feel it's a good thing.
All right, but I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And even though our views are different on a lot of things, you're probably the only conservative pig I'll wish a Merry Christmas to. So take care.
The only conservative what?
Pig.
Pig?
Yeah.
Now, why do you put the word pig in there? With that, he hung up. I tell you, they're sick out there. Even those people who masquerade as well are sick. He had to get that in there, which means that his call, and it's not really worth any long dissertation, but his call was not a call to solicit information, but was to call me a name. And I was telling someone earlier today that I can't get out of here fast enough after the broadcast of Wednesday because something happens as we get closer to Christmas. The sickies increase like maggots. It happens every year.
The best of Bob Grant.
Joanne from Queens. Bob Grant saying hello to you.